Sometimes with words, sometimes with things like this, we're able to say, oh, I know who this is. Sure, mom's sister. But there's a little bit of a tease between her and this man on dad's side, because what they're doing is like cat and dog. And she looks at him, and it's not that she calls him a hick, but she's just saying something about that, okay? And then what he does is he says, I can't believe I'm in purgatory next to you. And believe me, it's not purgatory or hell or anything like this, but there's a little bit of tease going back, because she just basically, in so many words, calls him a hick, but it's not a hick because of Nebraska. It's kind of like she's teasing him. And he's teasing her back immediately. And they love it. They totally, totally love it. And even as I said that, she looks at me and she goes, I don't love it. But she does. She's holding stone face. I don't love it. But I can tell that she loves it. Do you guys understand any of that? Yes. Okay, perfect. Tell your mother that. Okay, and the reason why I say tell your mother that, it'll make her feel good. And it's like, I don't do sittings to make people feel good, whether people who come in to see me or people who people who get the messages. My intention is that they will realize, okay, they really did come through in this sitting. Okay, there must be another side of life. Whether something comes through very good or something comes through that's not so pleasing. But then that person who hears it, whether the person in front of me or the person away, will say, you know what? That is really accurate information. That person, that must have been that person. That had to be that person. You understand? Okay, fine. Right. Okay, perfect. All right. Right. I don't know why this father figure, puts a pen in your hand and he says, sign away. Meaning it's like, continue to build it up. Okay? But he says, every time that you put the pen in your hand, he says he's standing there helping you. It's like with contracts or something like that. Okay, but he says something about sign away. It's kind of like contract after contract after contract, and he says he's there with you every time that you sign away. He says, just know, he says, I'm in the background ringing the bell every time a contract goes through. It's like, ding, okay, another one was sold, ding, or another one passes through, or something like that. He's your support group, so to speak. Okay, that's all. Right. So, Sterling, is it you, mom, and sister who are still living? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, because he put up the three fingers again. I says, would you please tell me what that means? And he goes, only if you stop calling me sir. And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know a name yet to call you. And he says, him, wife, and daughter. Meaning like that, okay? So that's the three that he's referring to. Right, fine. Find out also who Billy is, or what Billy means. The name Billy, okay, over there with him. Because another man walks in here and says, hello from Billy. I think that this is another man who knew your mother, or somehow connected to mom. Okay? Was there a brother of hers named Bill, or Billy?
No.
Okay, not that you know that. There's another man over there who's coming in and saying, I don't think it's Buddy, or Bobby. I think it's Billy. Okay. Ask mom and find out what that is, okay? And she might say, well, yeah, I know who that person is, but he never knew your father, or whatever. I'm not saying he did or didn't. It just comes in here and just makes that mention, okay? So that's what comes across. All right, fine, okay. Just 1 second here. Does your sister know you're doing this today, but your mom doesn't? Okay, sorry?
No.
Okay, because I get it for the third time. He goes, I'll be there with you when you place the phone call. So it feels like somebody's waiting for this, or somebody's like waiting for
Both of them are.
Okay, that's fine. Well, it feels like somebody's waiting for this, because again, for the third time, he says, I will be there with you today when you place the phone call. So they might be in the same room, I don't know. But he keeps on saying, I will be there with them when they receive this news by telephone. Okay, fine. Perfect. All right. Right. Okay. The boy that was playing with is it Jace or JC? Jace. The boy that was playing with Jace just feels maybe about 3 years older, maybe about 2 years older. Okay. And that one just comes over here and sits right here between you. then between you, it sits right here, like between your two chairs. Okay, the hair on this boy seems a little bit darker, okay, than JC's. Jace's hair is blonde. I'm getting the hair a little bit darker. So this is a boy that's still playing with him and somehow connected with him. Okay, right. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is the next thing that comes through, and this is being given to your mother. Okay, and what he shows me, he says nothing could have been done any differently. He says, let her know nothing could have been done any differently. Why he keeps on saying that, I don't know, but he says that there's nothing that she could have done any differently to prevent this. There's nothing she could have done any differently. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but that's what I keep on getting. All right, he's very proud of that Army uniform. And he keeps on saying, look how good I look. All right? And when he says that, this aunt I hear in the background, she says to me, you don't have to acknowledge that. And I'm just like looking at this father figure, and I'm saying, yeah, you look, you look sharp. That must have been a happy time for you. And he goes, it was an amazing time. I loved it. And then as I said that, as I'm having this little communication, I'm hearing a little side chatter from her. And she says, once you feed the squirrels, she says, you got to keep on feeding them. And what she's referring to is once you give your father a little bit of a compliment, you got to have to keep on giving it to him. So there's this tease going on between the two of them. They're like brother and sister. Okay, and as I even saying that, she says, don't call me a sister. She says, maybe a far distant cousin, but not a sister. She loves him. It's a very good thing, but it's this humor that goes back and forth. Now, okay, fine. Okay, right. Who is the 26-year-old that died? The young man, it was about 24, 25, or 26. And I keep on getting slid under a car or slid under a truck, something to do with impact, okay? And if it's not car, it could be plane. It's something there with impact. But I get him in his 20s. And this is another person who walks in here. I feel this is someone who's connected over there with your father. But it's something there with this impact. And I just keep on getting like, maybe 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, but I keep on getting this collision or this impact, and it was just deadly, very quick. And that's the other person who comes in, somehow connected with him. All right, fine, perfect, okay. Just on a side note, Brinley, there's